Hello everyone and welcome to my unboxing and review video of sort of the Berserk Guts Rage for the Sega Dreamcast. This is the US NTSC version I picked up from eBay from a very nice seller. He had this awesome Dreamcast collection and he sold this to me for like, it wasn't cheap because it's a rare game, for like 30 euro. And I believe this is also a very underrated game, and it's lost and forgotten by now, much like Carrier for the Dreamcast. And yes, I'm actually a huge fan of Berserk, the manga, and I also like the 1998 anime a lot, and I also got a new game on Steam and it's kind of good. So I thought there are only like 2 games of Berserk on the older consoles. This one here for the Dreamcast, and there is also a PlayStation 2 Japanese only Berserk game, which is also very great and underrated, but never got a European and US release. It's called Berserk Millennium Falcon, and alongside this one here, it's a very solid entry, and it does the manga justice, or the Berserk lore justice. And yes, as you can see, this is the US version. Here it's a one-player hack and slash game in the veins of you know, Devil May Cry and God of War. It's VMU compatible, so you can play it. You have to use a VMU memory card to save it. It's also VGA compatible, which is excellent, since I told you in my last video of Carrier, you can actually play Dreamcast games on a VGA monitor or on a PC monitor using VGA cord. As you can see here in the background, I have it connected. And of course, Jam Pack compatible, which is the Rumble Pack, and standard controller. Yeah, so it looks like that. I will show you the contents. I will once again use the Codebreaker disc to bypass my PAL region lock to be able to play it, because you will need a US console to play this game. So this is how it looks. Looks awesome. In case you don't know, this is the brand Guts has on his neck, the brand which attracts demons at night and stuff like that. It's a very mature, very dark and twisted story. I highly recommend reading the manga or watch the... No, don't even bother with the new release anime, because that one is really bad. Just read the original manga. I will show you the manual, and then I will put in the disc and show you the game. This game also got a European release, but the European version is even more expensive on eBay, because it got a limited print, much like Carrier. And so this is the manual, and much like with Carrier, I really do miss. This is the bell. Right here it's the King's Egg. I believe it grants you a wish, but you have to sacrifice. It's very dark stuff. I kind of miss those days, or the old Super Nintendo games where you had manuals and then, you know, like that. And here are the controls. Basically a very nice hack and slash. Here is some background of the characters. Guts is the main guy, in case you don't know. He was traumatized by those events in the eclipse, and I believe Nosferatu thought you will fight him. He is very strong. So it's for a Berserk fan, this is a must get on the Dreamcast, and since I'm a huge fan of the Dreamcast, I picked this one up, and I'm so glad to have it in my collection alongside Area. And let's open up the Dreamcast over here, put in the Codebreaker disc as usual. We will definitely need it to be able to run it. And if I put it in here, then fire it up. A very loud console. I love the Dreamcast, but sometimes the disc drive and the fan are very loud compared to the, I don't know, the PS4 for example. It didn't boot up, let's just reset it. you can hear, it's kind of loud. So there is the logo, it's the PAL version of course, and this is the US version, and you can't play actually US games on the PAL console unless you're using the code breaker, of course. Or you do a mod chip. But I tried modding one of my Dreamcasts and it didn't went so well, because you need some soldering skills. And here's the disc. I really like the disc. This looks awesome. Put it right here. It will fire up the disc. And then I will show you some gameplay. As you can see, and trust me, I don't know if you can see it so clearly, but the quality of the VGA to HDMI is actually quite impressive. Unsettling images. And it just looks awesome on an HD monitor. This is a 23-inch Asus PC monitor. Just go with new game, and I'm using a Avermedia Dark Crystal HD capture card, and I've connected a VGA port to an HDMI converter. So as you can see, it's a very gory game. Oh, I forgot to put in the sound. But it's very nice. I like it. If you like Berserk, there is also a new game called Berserk and the Death of the Hawk. I have it on Steam. You can pick it up on PlayStation 2. That one is also kinda cool. But it deals with earlier, this one deals with the later arc of the Berserk manga, where Guts lost his eye and his left arm. A very traumatic event in the manga. And as you can see up there, once you reach Berserk Rage mode, you will go all crazy and slash up everyone to bits. And yes guys, this is before Devil May Cry, I believe. This was before God of War, definitely. And it's one of the early slash games. And for the Dreamcast, I think it looks quite good. Definitely a game you want to check out and want to have in your collection. It got a limited release or a limited print here in Europe, and behind it in Germany. And the European version is quite difficult to obtain, or it's quite rare. So I picked up the US version. And the graphics are actually quite good. And I believe this game was released in, I have to check it out when it was released. I think 2000 or 1999. I'd like to tell you. Yeah, because you see the Dreamcast, there is Puck, had a very limited release. Or very limited, not very limited release, but very limited lifespan. And it's such a shame because it's harboring some of the best games ever created, like Soul Calibur, which aged so gracefully. This one, Sword of Berserk, which looks fantastic. it's very cinematic, and definitely grab it up for your Dreamcast. If you're a Dreamcast enthusiast like myself, this is a game you want to have in your collection, definitely. Yeah, Kentaro Miura, the great Kentaro Miura, who wrote the manga since the 80s. Oh, and there is a boss fight. He's going to do tentacles in me. And yeah guys, definitely go read the manga. I highly recommend it. It's one of the best nature themed seinen mangas out there, if not the best in my opinion, and it's definitely worth checking out. It's worth your time, definitely. So I will stop here. And yes guys, thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed my gameplay demonstration review and unboxing of the Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage for the Sega Dreamcast. And up next we will have a look at another weird and awesome game, which is D2, and I will show you. It's down here for the Japanese version of D2 for the Dreamcast. This is a very strange game, guys. Very underrated and great, but very strange, and only got a Japanese release and a US release, but it's very rare. The Japanese version isn't so rare, but no, there is no European version. The US version is kind of rare, and it's censored because they censored some tentacle stuff. So yeah guys, this was my unboxing of Berserk Guts Rage. Awesome looking disc right here. Definitely grab this one if you are a enthusiast. Look at the artwork right there. And yes guys, thank you very much for watching, and see you guys next time. Everyone, bye bye.